Let me tell you something they don't want to hear. Discipline is a separator. It's the quiet force that divides those who wish from those who win. Everyone wants success. Everyone wants to be great. But very few are willing to live with the pain, the repetition, the sacrifice that discipline demands. You see, motivation is a spark. It's easy to get. You can watch a video, listen to a song, hear a speech, and feel motivated for an hour. But discipline is a fire that keeps burning when motivation dies. It's a voice that says, I don't care how you feel, we're doing it anyway. You think champions wake up every day feeling like champions? No, they wake up tired, sore, drained, but they still show up. Because showing up is not a feeling. It's a decision. Discipline is not glamorous. It's lonely. It's repetitive. It's boring. But in that boredom lies greatness. While others chase pleasure, the disciplined chase purpose. While others sleep, the disciplined grind. While others quit, the disciplined continue. That's the real war, not against others, but against yourself. Every morning, when the alarm hits, you face two versions of you. The weak one who wants comfort, and the strong one who seeks progress. Discipline decides who wins that battle. There are no shortcuts. There are no easy routes. You can pray, you can dream, you can visualize all you want, but without consistent disciplined action, you're just fooling yourself. Because success doesn't respond to wishes. It responds to consistency. You want to be rich? Then you must be disciplined enough to save, to invest, to learn, and to work when no one is clapping. You want to build your body? Then you must be disciplined enough to train when you're sore, eat clean when you're tired, and rest when your ego wants more. You want to master your craft? Then you must be disciplined enough to study, practice, fail, and rise again and again and again. People ask, what's the secret? There's no secret. There's only discipline. Discipline is the bridge between goals and results. It's the reason the average stay average and the great become legends. Discipline doesn't need applause. It doesn't need validation. It doesn't even need motivation. Because discipline doesn't care how you feel. It just demands you to do it regardless. That's the power of discipline. It's the silent weapon of the relentless. It's the unseen force behind every successful story you admire. When you look at Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Serena Williams, Elon Musk, Muhammad Ali, what do they have in common? Talent? Sure. But what truly separates them is their discipline. Their ability to stay locked in long after others quit. Their willingness to pay the price every single day. Ali said it best, I hated every minute of training, but I said, don't quit. Suffer now and live the rest of your life as a champion. That's discipline. Doing what must be done, especially when you don't feel like it. So here's the truth: if you can master discipline, you can control your destiny. Because discipline builds habits. Habits build character. And character builds empires. Stop waiting for motivation to knock on your door. It won't. Get up. Move. Do it because it must be done. Discipline is not about feeling good. It's about doing good. Every time you push through pain, you're not just building muscle. You're building willpower. Every time you stay consistent, you're training your mind to obey your purpose, not your emotions. And when your mind learns obedience, nothing can stop you. This is your wake-up call. Discipline is not punishment. It's preparation. Preparation for the life you said you wanted. Preparation for the greatness you keep talking about. Everybody wants to be a lion until it's time to do what lions do. They hunt. They wake early. They stay alert. They fight even when tired. That's discipline. The daily act of doing what's necessary for survival and dominance. And you? You say you want to win, but are you willing to suffer for it? Are you willing to be consistent when no one is watching? Because that's what discipline demands. And that's what separates talkers from conquerors. Let's end this first scroll with a challenge. Starting tomorrow, no more waiting for perfect conditions. No more excuses. You show up. You do the work. You keep going. Because discipline is the difference between dreams and reality. Listen, every dreamer has a moment where they realize this. Discipline is the only currency that buys freedom. You can't cheat it, you can't skip it, and you can't fake it. Either you pay with time and consistency, or you pay with regret. Discipline is not built overnight. It's built through repetition, through the thousands of little choices you make when no one's watching. When your body says stop, but your purpose says keep going. That's where the difference is made. Think about the soldier waking before dawn. He's not excited every morning. He's exhausted, sleep-deprived, but trained to move anyway. Why? Because his body follows his mission, not his mood. That's discipline, and that's what wins wars, careers, and championships. Your dreams demand the same loyalty. You can't claim you want greatness and still serve laziness. You can't say, I'm built differently, and still let comfort rule your life. If you're truly built differently, prove in the dark. Discipline is the art of doing what's right, long before results appear. It's trusting the process when nothing's happening. It's showing up when nobody's clapping. And it's pushing forward when your mind whispers, just quit. Let me remind you, every legend was once an amateur who refused to give up. They didn't have certainty, they had discipline. When the world doubted them, they still trained. When success felt impossible, they still showed up. Because discipline isn't about motivation, it's about identity. It's saying, I am the type of person who keeps promises to myself. You don't skip the gym because you feel tired. You don't break your routine because you had a bad day. You keep your word because discipline is self-respect in action. Without discipline, you can't build trust with yourself. And when you don't trust yourself, your confidence collapses. You start doubting your dreams, your path, your worth. But when you live with discipline, your confidence rises. Because you've proven over and over again that you can depend on you. So here's a question. Can you trust yourself to do what you said you would even when no one reminds you? Because that's what defines warriors. That's what defines greatness. When you master discipline, you become dangerous. Not because of aggression, but because of control. You're no longer ruled by emotion, by weakness, or by fear. You move with purpose. You move with structure. And that's terrifying to the undisciplined. They'll call you obsessed. They'll say, you're doing too much. But what they really mean is that your discipline exposes their laziness. They see in you what they refuse to face in themselves. Understand this. The price of discipline is always paid up front. The price of regret you pay forever. And that pain, it multiplies with every excuse. You can suffer once through discipline, or you can suffer endlessly through mediocrity. Choose your pain. Because no one's coming to save you. No one's going to make you wake up early. No one's going to stop you from scrolling, wasting time, drifting. That's your job. That's your responsibility. And if you can't govern yourself, someone else will. The world rewards the disciplined, and it controls the lazy. When you're disciplined, you create freedom, financial freedom, mental freedom, spiritual freedom. But when you lack discipline, you become a slave to distraction, to emotion, to comfort. So ask yourself, are you the master of your mind or the servant of your excuses? Because discipline is not about control. It's about liberation. When you control your urges, you free your focus. When you discipline your habits, you free your potential. When you discipline your time, you free your future. That's the paradox. Discipline looks like restriction, but it's actually freedom disguised as effort. And the best part? Once discipline becomes your identity, everything else follows. Success, wealth, health, they all become byproducts. Because you don't chase goals anymore, you live in alignment. You don't say, I'll try. You say, I'll execute. You don't need motivation. You've built a system. And that system runs on discipline. Now I want you to picture this 5 years from now. The version of you who stayed disciplined versus the one who didn't. One is living with peace, pride, and purpose. The other is drowning in regret, wishing they'd started sooner. Both are possible, but only one depends on your choices today. So make today count. Because discipline doesn't demand perfection, it demands consistency. If you fall, stand back up. If you fail, learn faster. If you lose momentum, restart stronger. No excuses. No delays. No, maybe tomorrow. Because every time you delay your discipline, you delay your destiny. Now listen carefully, because this is where most people stop. They start strong. They post quotes. They make promises. They talk about the grind. But when life hits back, when pain arrives, they fold. Why? Because they thought discipline was supposed to feel good. They thought success would come fast. They thought effort today meant reward tomorrow. But that's not how discipline works. Discipline is a delayed transaction. You pay now, you receive later. And the longer you stay consistent, the bigger the return. You want to know why 99% fail? Because they quit before the reward arrives. They let emotions make permanent decisions. They choose comfort over commitment. But that 1%, the rare few, they understand the law of discipline. Do it until it becomes who you are. Do it until it's not something you think about, it's something you are. That's the secret. Not hacks, not luck, not motivation. Just raw, unbreakable, everyday discipline. The kind that wakes up before the sun. The kind that says no when the world says relax. The kind that stays loyal to progress even when the results are invisible. Because invisible progress is still progress. You can't always see growth in real time. But every rep, every habit, every act of self-control is stacking. It's building the foundation that will one day make you unstoppable. And when that day comes, you look back and realize the discipline was worth it. The pain was worth it. The early mornings, the lonely nights, the sacrifices, they all forged a version of you that others now admire. So let me say this clearly. Discipline is self-love disguised as suffering. It's loving yourself enough to do what's hard today so you can live free tomorrow. It's choosing discomfort now to protect your peace later. It's saying no to temptation so you can say yes to purpose. Discipline is how you prove to life that you're serious about what you want. It's how you turn potential into proof. And once you master it, everything else falls into place. Because discipline sharpens focus. Focus breeds clarity. Clarity leads to execution. And execution builds legacy. No one remembers the person who almost did it. No one honors the one who almost stayed consistent. The world only respects results. And results come from discipline. You can't wish your way into greatness. You can't manifest success without sacrifice. You can't build an empire on laziness and excuses. You have to be willing to do what others won't. Every single day, let them talk. Let them laugh. Let them doubt. Because one day, your discipline will make them believers. They'll see what consistency can create. They'll see the power of staying locked in. And on that day, they'll call you lucky, but you'll know it wasn't luck. It was discipline disguised as destiny. So from today, stop negotiating with your weakness. Stop listening to your feelings. Start listening to your purpose. Discipline is not built on emotion. It's built on decisions. Make that decision right now. You will not quit. You will not break. You will not let comfort destroy what you were built to become. You will rise early. You will stay focused. You will finish what you start. And you will become the person that your future self will thank you for. Because life will test you. It will try to break you. It will throw pain, delay, rejection, and failure your way. But remember this, the discipline don't crumble. They adapt. They endure. They evolve. And when the storm passes, they're the ones still standing. Not because they were lucky, but because they were prepared. Discipline doesn't just give you strength. It gives you control. Control of your thoughts. Control of your actions. Control of your life. And once you control yourself, nothing outside of you has power over you anymore. That's what discipline really is, freedom through control. It's how you break free from mediocrity. It's how you dominate in silence. It's how you win when no one's watching. So the next time you don't feel like showing up, remember this moment. Remember why you started. Remember the pain of regret. And let that pain fuel your persistence. Because discipline will not fail you. It will carry you when motivation disappears. It will keep you moving when others give up. It will make you dangerous, focused, and untouchable. That's the power of discipline. It's the foundation of greatness. The armor, the strong, and the language of success. So rise up, lock in, and don't stop until the mission is complete. Because the world doesn't need another talker. It needs another disciplined warrior. Be that warrior. Be that example. Be that unshakable force that keeps going no matter what. If this message hits you deep, don't just listen. Apply it. Live it.